In this video, I want to share with you exactly how my client Jaden generated $4,000 in just 6 days of working with me with only 1,600 followers and $0 spent in ad spend. And I'm going to be walking you through the exact funnel, the exact process, everything that we fixed and changed to allow him to get these kind of results in record time. So this is my client Jaden. He started his coaching business, just a little summary about Jaden. He started his coaching business just 8 weeks before our first call. 8 weeks prior to our first call, he had never even been in the world of online coaching. He had never helped people with their own fitness journey. 8 weeks. As much as he was new to the space, he wasn't a newbie to invest in. He had already invested into courses before because he knew if he wanted to get good at something he's never done before, he just needed a system. He had already worked with big name coaches like Vincent Fisher and a handful of other recognizable coaches. As you can see, this is Vincent Fisher. For those that know him, he's an absolute beast in the space. He is a massive coach in the fitness coaching space. And you know, his right-hand man, his friend is my client. Because what Swole Jaden saw in me was something that he couldn't see in any other coach. He even said to me on the call, this is something I've never, ever seen before. The system that you have, what you're showing me is something I've never seen and is exactly what I'm looking for. Before we get to exactly what we fixed, this guy, he's a great friend of mine now. He's a good man, he's funny, he's a character. If you try to replicate his content, believe me, it wouldn't work. So, as I said, he started his coaching business just 8 weeks prior to our first call. The truth is he never got the clarity, the support, or the system that he needed to actually scale. Before we spoke, he was sitting in his mom's house. He was living at home, he had no independence. I could tell that he was very stressed out. He had self-belief in himself, but that self-belief was running thin because it could only continue for so long until he kind of gave up, until you have that momentum period for X amount of time, you have that motivation that this can work, and eventually when things are not working, that continues to die. That slowly dies, and it slowly dies. He had bank cards that were maxed out, every financial resource stretched thin, which added to his stresses. He had no job, he had no stable income, and fitness coaching was his only shot. His only shot to get out the 9 to 5, to get out the matrix, to get out whatever you want to call it, to get out the system and build a freedom-based coaching business that he has the entire total freedom to live the life he wants. His only shot was coaching. And despite all of this, he had unshakable belief that he could reach 20K a month. His exact words were, I know I can do it, I'm just missing the system. He had one clear goal in mind, and that was to move to Miami and build the life he wanted because, Jaden is from a small city like myself. I'm from a small city, I moved to Dubai because when you want to get bigger and you want to grow and you want to make $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000, you have to surround yourself around people who are making that type of money. So what were some of the limiting beliefs that were holding Jaden back? He said, I need to post more content. Jaden was already posting content almost every single day. These were the limiting beliefs that were literally holding Jaden from 5-figure months. And these are the same limiting beliefs I see across multiple fitness coaches. The coaches that are making below 10K, they say the same thing. I need to post more content. Look, Jaden was posting content almost every single day. He believed that the more he posted, it meant more clients. But in return, all it meant is that he's stuck in a hamster spiral, busy but broke. He's making content, he's getting 1,600 views, he's getting 2,000 views. Some of the posts, I think his best ever post got 17,000 views. He didn't make any money from it. He then said to me, I need to get a big audience first. I need to be like Vincent Fisher. I need to be like Brian Mark. I need to be like Charlie Johnson with 500,000 followers. He thought he couldn't land high-ticket clients without thousands of followers. When in reality, with just 1,600 followers, when I helped him get rid of these two limiting beliefs is when he could see that it's not content. Content is simply a vanity metric. To monetize online, you need a conversion system. You need a predictable conversion system. The next thing he said is, I need to go viral. He had already gone semi-viral before one of his posts that hit 17,000 views. He reached out to every single person from that post that liked the post, and he didn't make a single penny. So what does that say? It says that it's not about virality, it's about execution. It's about knowing how to approach the DMs. As much as you can get views, that's one obstacle. That's one hurdle. The next hurdle is, how do you convert those views into actual conversations? How do you direct the conversations? How do you start and initiate conversations with leads in the DMs to actually get responses, because he reached out to every single person from that post and he didn't make a single penny. So the proof of concept is virality without a system is nothing but noise. It's nothing but empty attention. It's just views. If I go live on TikTok, the clients will come. He was going live consistently, hoping I would convert. And I told him, look, TikTok is the wrong platform. TikTok is the wrong platform. Those lives weren't lead generation. They were just a way for him to feel like he's productive, a way for him to feel like he's being busy, but he's still broke. Your clients who are going to pay you high ticket are not going to be found on platforms like TikTok. Then he said, I already have a high ticket offer, I just need more eyeballs to it. He did technically have a high ticket offer, but he didn't know how to position that offer. He had a lot of gaps. He lacked structure. He lacked increased perception. He lacked delivery systems, so that made it impossible to sell, fulfill, or scale with consistency. So now these are the limiting beliefs that were holding Jaden back. And the only thing missing, these were his words, the only thing I'm missing to hit 20K months is the right client acquisition system. These are the key takeaways. He noticed that it wasn't content that was going to change his life. He can still scale and hit 10K months without big amount of following. You don't need big amounts of followers to make money. You need a system, that proven system that takes the leads, converts those leads into book calls, converts those book calls into shows, and converts those shows into closes. They're the only 4 frameworks you need to care about. Okay? So I hope that's making sense. So what he realized is that he had to build his 7-figure ICP if he wanted to scale. These are the 4 takeaways that he had after our scale to 30K blueprint session. If you want to book your own blueprint session, it's Mike, the slim guy who helps fitness coaches scale. You can book your blueprint session below. Link is in the caption. Link is in the description. What he realized is that he needed to stop thinking, how can I get paid? And he needed to start asking better questions like, what's my ICP struggling with? And how can I tailor my service? How can I tailor my offer to solve it? How can I position my offer as the go-to offer to help this specific ICP solve this specific problem? He learned that discipline was not the missing piece. Business clarity was. Because look, this guy has he looks like a Roman god. The guy's physique is fucking incredible. Let's just be straightforward. No homo. But he didn't have the system. He lacked the clear system to turn those eyeballs into consistent clients. He had the motivation. He had all the motivation in the world. He had discipline, because you don't build a body like that if you don't have discipline. He just lacked the clear system. And then he learned that views and followers do not equal clients. He realized content and virality are simply vanity metrics. What matters lands clients is in intimate conversations. What actually matters is conversations. Conversations drive traffic. Conversations drive sales. You can get 1 million views. I promise you right now, if you got 1 million views on your post, on your next reel, and you didn't conversate with anybody, you will not make any money. So what does that mean? It means the only variable that matters to convert and actually produce cash flow is simple, it's conversations. And that's where the ABD funnel comes into place, the always be DMing funnel. The ABD funnel was the exact system that he's been searching for. With the always be DMing funnel, he saw how to hit 20K months without ads, without a big following, through a content ecosystem, sales processes, dialed in DMs, and authoritative positioning. With those 4 to 5 systems and strategies in place, he was able to land 2 clients in 6 days. Now, what are the actual processes that I helped Jaden with? How did I help him cash collect $4,000 in 6 days as a complete newbie in the online fitness coaching space without any money put into ads and without any more content? This is revolutionary, because every content creator, every fitness guru tells you content. And I know you're tired, I know you're sick of it. What you're looking for is a system. If you're looking for that system, continue to keep watching, because I'm going to break down exactly how I crafted his 7-figure ICP and built an irresistible high-ticket offer that spoke to his desired specific avatar. This is the process that took Jaden to his first $4,000 with 2 clients in 6 days. Step 1, I defined and I helped him define his ideal client. What we do together is we go beyond surface level demographics. We don't just look at who this person is, what is their age group. No, we identify their pain points, their goals. What's their age range? What's their gender? What's their income level? What's their location? What's their relationship status? Because when you understand their relationship status, you can then use specific positioning to position your offer, specific dialed-in communication, specific marketing messages to speak directly to that audience. If you have an offer that speaks to a single man and an offer that speaks to a married man, it's two separate offers. It's two different ways you can direct that offer and communicate that offer to a lead. Does that make sense? Then what specific problems are they currently facing? What's their biggest problems? Why are these problems something that they would pay money for? Why would they actually pay money to solve it? And furthermore, why would they pay you to solve this problem? This is what I hope Jaden understand. He had never gone this deep into understanding who his ICP was ever before. What consistently makes him angry or frustrated? What keeps them up at night? What is it that's keeping them up at night? Because I know my ICP very well. I know what keeps my ICP up at night is that they can go sleep. They struggle to go sleep because they don't know where their next client is coming from. They don't know, they don't have a consistent lead flow, a consistent acquisition system that they can confidently fall asleep at night knowing that if they do X, Y, Z, they put in certain inputs, they get X output, which is high ticket clients. That's what keeps my clients frustrated and angry at night. I hope Jaden defined what keeps his clients, what keeps his ICP angry and frustrated, what keeps them up at night, what is their biggest problems. It's not about just who you define to work with, it's also defining who you do not want to work with. Getting crystal clear on the clients that my client Jaden refuses to take on, the types of people that he doesn't want to work with, any ranges or profiles that you're not targeting, because you need to know who you're targeting, and you also need to be an authority figure and say, look, I'm not going to be helping a certain amount of people. I can only help these people, because if you help everybody, you're a jack of all trades. You need to be a master of one. You need to help one specific person with one specific desired outcome, and that's the game difference. That's the entire difference between low ticket and high ticket. This is the low ticket mindset. Let me help everybody. Let me charge a little bit of money and help everyone. Versus let me help one specific person. Let me really understand this one person and charge a shit ton of money. And that's what I hope Jaden do. I helped him focus on one big pain point. I narrowed down the single biggest pain point his ideal client faced and the core problems that they cannot ignore. I mapped out alongside him his influences and the current situation, understanding who shapes their thinking and where they are right now. Who is his ICP? What content are they consuming? Who are they listening to? Who are the top 5 influential figures that they follow? 5 things about their current situation. Where are they currently at? Because until you don't know where they are, and this is done in the DMs also, this is a DM strategy where you bridge the gap, but it's not something I'm going to go into right now. When you bridge the gap, you understand where they are. But what I help Jaden do is understand where his ICP is at this moment in time without them ever having to say a single word. That's power. That's power. That's direct communication. That's how you build a coaching business of your dreams, because you speak to an ICP before they ever open their mouth. They think this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about, and that's why Jaden cash collected 4K in 6 days. It's as simple as that. These are things that we really broke down on. As a side note, we did this all together one-to-one on a call where we broke every single thing down, and I actually built this out with him. I built this out with him one-to-one because I see a shit ton of coaches in the space, in the fitness space, and mind my language, but I'll just be transparent. They sell you dreams, they get you in group coaching offers, you speak to a client success manager, and you never speak to the real guy who you've actually invested in. You invested money with that person, and you never hear it from them. That's not, I genuinely don't feel like that's right, because you don't get the results you want. You just get group coaching calls, you get course materials. We did everything one-to-one, and this is why my clients get the results they get. This is why Jaden did numbers like this in such a short period of time. In record timing, we defined where their current client is, where their current situation is. We understood the exact location they want to get to, what's their desired situation, and we painted a clear picture of what they want the most. Step 6 was uncovering the gap, identifying what's keeping them stuck between their current and desired reality. What's the 5 factors that are causing the gap? As soon as we understood the 5 factors, then we can create marketing content, we can create reels about these different pain points that speak to them. We can provide this pain, we can provide a bit of value, as well as a solution, direct that solution to a CTA. CTA start initiating conversations leading to a book call, you sell them on a call, bam. That's the game. But let me not digress. I just get excited when I speak about this because I know how amazing this is and how fulfilling it is for coaches who are struggling in the space and want to break past 10, 20K a month. This is what they need to be doing, simple as that. I find it very fulfilling helping my clients. But back to my point, identifying what's keeping them stuck between their current location and where they want to get to. 5 factors that are causing the gap. Because when you understand the factors that are causing the gap, then you can put your solution in there. Because essentially the solution is finding out where they are, where they want to get to, and helping them get there. That's all you're doing. Quantifying the value. What measurable value will they gain from solving this problem? Because you cannot sell a high-ticket coaching program for 2K, but the perceived value is 2K. The perceived value has to be at least a 5x. It has to be $10,000 for somebody to invest 2K. What measurable value will they gain from solving this problem? And I really knuckled down with Jaden on exactly what that was. Step 8, positioning your unique solution. What makes your solution different and why is it the only logical choice? With Jaden, he's an out-of-body character, so we position his solution as the swole mechanism. It's the swole mechanism that helps Jaden's clients get X result in X amount of days without doing X, Y, Z. And his swole mechanism and his swole mindset is the mindset that helped him go from being bullied in school to being a fucking machine in his physique, in his mindset, and looking like a Roman god. It's that mechanism that increases the perceived value of the unique solution, and that's what we did. We incorporated a swole mechanism and a swole mindset to his offer that increased the offer perception, which of course then allowed him to close 2 clients at $2,000. And then identifying a high-ticket persona, building the full client profile that justifies premium pricing, the lifestyle. What does this client want? What does the ICP want? What life do they want? What do they want to change in their life, in their business? Why do they need to take action now? Why does this need to be solved now? For the client, it was, if he doesn't solve this now, he's going to get old and he's never going to get the chance to do this. We built scarcity, we built urgency. And their spending power. Why can they afford your price point? Because they're a high-income exec. They have a high-income job. They're making $50,000 to $100,000 a year. That's why they can afford your price point, because you're speaking to a specific individual and your content, your ideation, your bio, your images, your reels, your posts, everything speaks to that person, hence why you attract that person and the conversations start from the reels. You have value in your reels, you initiate conversations. As they initiate conversation with you, they're seeing your content, they're seeing your short form, they're seeing your long form, and you're nurturing because you're speaking to this one person. That's how you create a high-ticket persona, and that's how my client Jaden has got these results, because this is the process we worked with him on. Everything was done one-to-one, and I'm so proud of Jaden. So excited to see where he takes the business, because Jaden is going to be making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in no time. I can absolutely guarantee it. By the end of this year, he will be on $30K per month, and I'm so excited to help him get there. So this is the process we took Jaden through. This was even without building out a funnel, without building out a VSL, without building out anything else, just focusing on his ICP. And that's how powerful having an ICP is. That's how important having an ICP is. The result? 2 clients closed at 2K. That's the result of building out a 7-figure ICP. 0 money spent in ads, 1,600 followers, without a funnel, and yes, my man Jaden moved to Miami too, so I'm really proud of him. I'm really excited to see him grow as an individual, as a person, and grow in the business. That's how I help my client generate $2,000 from 2 clients in 6 days of working with me. If you want the coaching call recording with Jaden on where I exactly built out his high-ticket offer with him so that you can copy me and him, comment beneath this post, high-ticket with your @ and your Instagram username, and I'll send it over. But this is my client Jaden. I'm super proud of him. It's Mike. I hope you found value in this video. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. It's Mike, the slim guy who was fitness coach at Scale Online. If you're also a fitness coach who doesn't have a lot of following, who does want to scale online, but they don't want to put money into ads just yet, they don't have the larger followings, they're just being told by every guru to post content, post content, post content. Nothing seems to be working. They're stuck between that 5 to 10K treadmill. They're on that 5 to 10K treadmill. They just can't seem to fasten the pace to get to 20, 30K per month. In the description below, one-to-one call me, a Scale to 30K blueprint, where I can personally diagnose your business, see where things are going wrong, and help you build out a high ticket offer, the process that I helped Jaden with, and how to actually scale your coaching offer and the things that you basically are missing. The bottlenecks in your business, the gaps, I'll be able to see and help you with. Mike, the Slim Guy, World's Fitness Coach at Scale. If you want to book a one-on-one call with me, link is in the description below. Until next time, let's go.